How's everyone doing today? I'm Stan Litto and you're back for another Procreate speed draw. So I found this reference photo on Pinterest and I thought she was super cute, so I thought I'd go ahead and give her a draw. I started, as always, blocking out the basic figure with a red pencil before I go in and start detailing in black. For both sketch layers, I use the peppermint pencil that comes with the basic Procreate brush set. Right around here, it starts to get a little difficult to see my lines over the red figure, so I go ahead and turn my red layer off to do the final details of the sketch. And here I'm just messing with the opacity to see how I want it before I start inking. Now when I go in and ink, I begin with the syrup brush that again comes with the basic Procreate packet. I like this brush for more pop art, cartoony style, but you'll see a little bit later on that I try a bunch of different things when it comes to inking this drawing. Originally, I wanted to go with the same colors in the original reference photo, so I do gray jacket, yellow scarf, blonde hair, brown cap, but as you'll see, that idea starts to change as I start to rethink my style. At this point, I'm starting to realize that this style makes this girl look like the old Barbie cartoons I used to watch as a kid, and learned that I hate it, which means I'm just going to start from scratch. Well, not completely from scratch, because I do keep the basic sketch. I try a bunch of different brushes because I haven't explored the Procreate brushes a lot. I kind of stick to my usual syrup brush. So this time I found one that I actually really like. I used the dry ink brush to do the outline here. I still didn't know what style I wanted to do, so I play around a little bit with having it just be a plain black and white drawing, but something about that just didn't feel like it fulfilled the drawing. So I do eventually decide to do a little bit more realistic of a cartoony drawing. I wanted to keep this black and white outline, so it's not going to be a completely realistic drawing, but I liked the shading that went on with the face. I used the water bleed brush that again comes in the basic Procreate package. The scarf here was really fun to shade. I loved the bright yellow, that mustardy brightness that it added to the original reference photo, so I went ahead and kept that. But I was streaming on Twitch and the chat did want me to do a navy jacket over a gray one. So I listened to them and ended up really liking it. I don't usually know how to shade with dark colors, so this was a nice test in figuring out what I liked. And at this point with the blue jacket, we decided that she looked just like Madeline. So you saw just previously I made a joke about sketching out her name, and we went with red hair. I haven't seen Madeline in so long, I did have to look up what color her hair was. As you can see, I am not too delicate with my drawings. Procreate and digital illustration in general makes it really easy to undo and erase, fix, and so when it comes to blocking out my color, make a mess of it and then just go back and erase later, because the erasing process is actually really relaxing for me. I definitely take the long way when it comes to digital painting, but it's fine. It's a hobby, not a career. So now that the drawing was almost done, I debated on if I wanted to leave it like this or do a background. And then one of my Twitch viewers suggested I put her on a campus because she at this point is a little bit more grown up, a late teenager, early 20s. So I gave her this Parisian, almost gothic but not quite street to be walking down. And buildings aren't really my specialty. It's not something I work on a lot. So I definitely had to experiment a lot with this background. Also, shout out to Leticia for this idea because it was brilliant and I absolutely love it. First, I'm just going to block out with the color. I'm going to try a million different brushes with the bushes, decide that I hate them all and I have no idea how to draw bushes, and save them for last. I want to do depth with the building, so I block out the different colors that I could be working with and eventually decide that they are way too dark. Now, at this point, it's just a lot of futzing around. I don't have a lot of commentary to give, so I think instead I am going to just let it be a speed draw, add some nice lo-fi, and let you enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you like this video. Stick around for the end. I promise it's going to be wonderful, and you'll hear from me again in just a few minutes. Okay, I lied. It was seconds. But now that the shading and the color is done, I just went back in with my dry ink brush and did some detailing. Before I did the detailing, I thought the background was just way too simple and I kind of hated it, except for this beautiful window up front. But as I was adding these lines, I really started to fall in love with this drawing and this background, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I am so proud of this one, and I hope you like it just as much as I do. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and I will be posting videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.